If, like me, you're mad about fine food, let me take you behind the scenes at the Auguste restaurant, just near the National Assembly. Follow me.
Hello, Marie.
Hello, Gaël.
I've made a meal using the best regional produce, so let's go into the kitchen. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Ah, the bread delivery. What have you got to offer us this evening to go with the oyster starter? We decided on a farmhouse sourdough bread. Marie? Oh, it's so lovely, I think I'll keep it for the beef and then for the roquefort afterwards. Well, for the roquefort, I had a fig loaf. Yeah? Here, it's all ready. Superb. And here's a hazelnut bread. You're really giving me bread that's custom made. I don't know what to choose, so I think I'll take the raisin and hazelnut. Toasted hazelnut.
Oh, wow.
Smells good, eh?
Can I have a bite?
Oh, it's quite thick.
Thanks.
That's not bad. Happy with my work? Superb. Do you like it?
Perfect.
2 oysters in seawater jelly, sweet sensation pear and horseradish. Marie, we're going to begin for our starter with oysters from Chez. That's a top quality product, elaborated like a Grand Cru.
Where is Chez?
Chez, it's a lagoon on the Mediterranean, near Sète.
So what about the tide? How are the oysters affected?
They simply reproduce the effect of the tides by taking the oysters out of the water at least once a day. These are flat oysters. Shall we try them?
Oh, yes, let's.
There are several sizes.
Are the zeros bigger than the 2s and 3s?
Exactly. With oysters, the smaller the numbers, the bigger the oysters. Look, these are superb Mediterranean oysters, with a very thick shell full of seawater, a splendid mother of pearl, look. And for the recipe, I'm going to put it into a seawater jelly with a few little accompaniments. The oyster will be served with sweet sensation pear that you can recognize by its red and gold color. You can see that the flesh is very firm, and there's a lot of juice coming out. I'm going to cut it into cubes, which we'll marinate in lemon juice for about 10 minutes. But not for too long. And now I'm going to add the horseradish cream. There, Marie, the oyster is finished, and to go with it, we'll have a Joseph Perrier Blanc de Blanc Extra Brut Champagne. And what's more, a 2010 vintage.
And of course in moderation.
Of course. And the 2010 is the quintessence of a great Chardonnay from Champagne.
Lots of aroma.
This oyster has the smell of the sea with a slight taste of hazelnut and is slightly sweet. That's why I put the pears with it. All those flavors are superb. I hope you enjoyed it.
Oh, it's excellent, and it really has a taste of the sea. The taste stays in the mouth a long time.
Oh, yes, it's very powerful. And it's the seawater jelly, too, that gives the aftertaste. It's the oyster's natural water. Limousin beef, roast and 4-hour simmered, samba potatoes. Hello, Chef. Hello, Marie.
Hello.
Is this my order of beef ribs and chuck steak from the Limousin? That's right, that's what you ordered. Splendid.
Lovely red color.
Beautiful color.
How can you recognize the Limousin beef?
The cattle are born in the region around Limoges, raised by 5,000 breeders in natural grassland, and the animals are slaughtered before they're 10 years old to qualify for the prestigious Label Rouge. Oh, it's beautiful when it's thick like that. Is the chuck steak the same? Oh, the chuck is the same. What's great, too, about the chuck is that it can be cooked like a bourguignon for a long time, or just in the pan like a steak, and you eat it rare, and it's very, very tender.
I see.
And now we just have to cook it. Now, Marie, we're going to cook it with samba potatoes. They're usually for cooking in the oven or to make puree.
Ah, I see.
But we're going to cook them on a bed of grey rock salt from Guérande.
Ah, the brand is Guérande, unrefined and untreated.
You see, you know it all.
Yes.
We're going to cover it completely with the grey rock salt and make a little dome, like we do at the beach.
Me too, then.
We'll put it in the oven and let it cook. And then we just have to taste it because it's really very good. We'll start the recipe with the chuck steak because it takes longer to cook.
Okay.
We'll cut it into large pieces as we would for the bourguignon and season it with fleur de sel. We'll put it all over.
Ah, yes.
Even on the sides. we add our garnish, celery, onions, everything that smells good and gives an aroma.
Oh, that's lovely. You're adding quite a lot.
Yes, but that will all evaporate. Salome, to make the potato puree creamier, add a little butter and cream from Bresse and mix it well. And here, Marie, we have the chuck steak that is cooked for 4 hours. But before I taste it, I'm going to have a drop of water. We've reduced it with the cooking juices and flaked it like this. And then we'll finish with the chantilly of Samba potatoes flavored with hay
Right.
and cooked in rock salt. And on it we'll add the potato, but now it's been fried like little straws. Now we'll start our Limousin beef ribs.
Oh,
We'll roast them in the oven for 30 minutes with a bit of garlic and herbs.
it's very red, a lovely red color, really.
Oh, it's really lovely, thick like that. I have a little accompaniment, a raisin and fig pulp. Let's sit and taste the main course.
Ah,
Madame, Monsieur, may I suggest a Saint-Géron, a naturally sparkling water that's well balanced with a pleasant sparkle. Would you like to taste?
it's very subtle.
Yes, it has great finesse.
These plates are magnificent. They're like works of art.
Yes, Marie, they show the unique craftsmanship of Safran. And you can see that they use extra white Limoges porcelain with extremely fine engravings and moldings.
Are they custom made?
There's a designer called Elisabeth Mauroy who creates plates for me according to the dishes I want to make. Marie, beef cooked in 2 ways, the ribs and the chuck. The 2013 Pinot Noir Alsace wine. The Pinot Noir grape originates in Burgundy, and it's the only red grape variety authorized in Alsace. It's a fresh, light wine with aromas of cherry, raspberry and blackberry with well-integrated tannins. The Pinot Noir is a grape variety that's used more and more in the making of red wine.
It has a lovely red robe and it's slightly woody.
It's matured in oak barrels, and that's why there's that slightly woody taste. It's a good idea to begin with the beef rib and then immediately have a taste of the braised chuck steak. And then you've got the light potato, a superb potato with a lovely flavor.
Marvelous.
Roquefort, toasted hazelnuts and herb shoots, and lightly chocolate-flavored grape preserve.
Thank you.
This is bread with hazelnuts and raisins.
Yes, it looks good.
Oh, it'll go very well with the Roquefort.
What sort of milk is used to make Roquefort?
It's a breed of sheep called La Cône, the only breed that can produce Roquefort. It's one of the oldest AOPs. It's matured for a minimum of 90 days in totally natural caves. Roquefort is really one of the emblems of French gastronomy. It has an international reputation. My accompaniment is what we find in the bread. The black grapes, the hazelnuts toasted in several different ways, and there's a little touch of dark chocolate.
Now, what are we going to drink?
Well, we're going to drink a Châteauneuf du Pape, Domaine du Vieux Télégraphe from Brunier and Son. It's a wine I'm especially fond of because it's powerful, but at the same time is very well balanced. And we'll find all sorts of flavors.
It's tasty and surprising at the same time.
Plain Garriguette strawberries, white chocolate chantilly.
Now, chef, to end the meal, what have you in store?
100% natural Garriguette strawberries with a green lemon cream and a crisp top of tonka bean and licorice.
Wow.
And to accompany it, a Joseph Perrier pink champagne. This is a Spirit of Victoria 2005. The vineyard has a savoir-faire that's been passed down through 5 generations, and the grapes come exclusively from Premier and Grand Cru. It's a wine that will marry very well with the Garriguette.
How do you recognize the Garriguette?
Well, you can tell it by its long shape, but mainly because it's sweet and at the same time slightly tart.
How do you do this recipe?
This recipe is simply Garriguette strawberries cut in quarters, rolled in sugar with a little grated licorice and tonka beans, and an almond biscuit to go with them.
Wow.
Now all you have to do is taste.
A delicious mixture.
And then you find all the aromas of the dish in this Joseph Perrier pink champagne.
Thanks again, Gaël, for this wonderful meal.
Thank you.
Thank you.